You know, I've gotten a number of comments recently where people are warning me about being a bit too self-involved or using the term navel-gazing to describe what I'm doing. And they're right. I am self-involved. I am navel-gazing. I am using these videos as a tool to learn about myself. Because when I know myself, then I can present myself more honestly and realistically to anyone else that I want to. The world at large, friends, family. That said, of course, I'm always manipulating perception. There's no way to get around it. If I am making a video and I think I look exceptionally tired or the lighting is really, really bad, like I can see this annoying hair shadow out of the corner of my eye, sometimes something like that will make me stop, and I don't put that up. So I'm not like so honest that no matter what I record, it's coming here to YouTube. But I've also, I guess I'm just replying to comments here. I've also received comments from people who I think that I'm taking the whole autism self-diagnosis too lightly, that I'm just, looking at a couple of descriptions and then slapping the label upon myself. And I assure you that's not true. And I know I've been watching videos from adults who present themselves by saying, I have Aspergers, and they often seem a bit more socially awkward than I come across as being here online. And I'm really not that socially awkward in reality, so it's not like that's a misperception, but it's just what I'm trying to get across is I was extremely self-conscious and frightened and withdrawn as a little girl. I can remember being as old as, 11, and that was still going on. I'll give an example. A lot of people have, quote, stage fright or fear of public speaking, but I remember when I had to give my first oral book report in front of an entire class in 6th grade. Well, I was a voracious reader. I loved reading. I loved books. I knew the book that I was supposed to present inside and out, but I just got a chill thinking about it. I was so petrified because I didn't want to have to look at my classmates looking at me, and I remember that our teacher was not calling anyone out in alphabetical order. He was asking for volunteers first, and it finally got around, and it was supposed to be my turn, and I remember that I was just clutching the book so tight against me, and I could feel myself shaking, sitting at my desk. And my teacher said, Rhonda, are you ready to give your report? And I just bit my lip and shook my head no. And I don't think I started to cry, but I almost started to cry. And so he backed off for a little bit. But then, eventually I had to do it. I had to do it for a grade. And so I did. And I'm sure that I probably didn't look up once. And some of my classmates clapped. It was like one of those corny movie things. And my teacher said, see, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. And it was a good experience in that I survived it. I mean, it wasn't quite a panic attack, but I had that feeling that I could not possibly do this, that it was an impossible thing for me to tell other people about a book that I knew everything about. I just, look at me, because I'm remembering it. So, and I know that's not necessarily a sign of autism or Asperger's, but I could list many, 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 many more incidents, if that's what you want. Tell about how I used to hide from going outside in the playground by going into the girls' bathroom at school, and that I would pull my feet up because there were teachers who monitored the situation who went by to make sure there was no one hiding in the bathroom, and that I got smart enough to sort of leave the door a little bit ajar so they, didn't think anyone was in there and yet wouldn't come all the way around and look. The door to the stall, and I could list those things. And it's weird that I just got so worked up about this because I don't normally feel a need to like prove myself to strangers. But I know that it's a delicate subject for some, and maybe it isn't that I feel I need to prove myself to strangers, but I don't like it I don't like being perceived as dishonest, because I'm not dishonest. That's a squirrel growl, by the way. There are squirrels in the backyard. Well, on that note, I just wanted to, playing with these a lot lately, aren't I? I just wanted to continue a little bit since I said that I would.